Hi everyone, I'm excited to share a free AI agent plugin for Bubble.io. So basically, I build AI agent tools that execute your Bubble backend workflows. And let me show you what this means. So before I explain how to set up, I'm gonna explain what basically this does and what are the benefits and what are the some use cases. And finally, I will explain how to set up these tools. And then there will be free template so that you can kickstart and experiment with it quickly. So basically what this AI agent does is that this AI autonomously decide which workflow to use. So let's say that you have a list of backend workflows like new records, get stock, and weather, and this AI agent can decide which workflow to use. So one of the use case could be that you can build multimodal AI, which means that when user sends a prompt to your applications, this AI agent will decide which AI model to use. For example, if they need to return the text, you can use ChatGPT. If it's the image generation, you might want to use Google Gemini. If you want to return the video, you might want to use Runway API. And if you already set up that workflows on the backend, I can choose which one to use. So another example is that AI can filter data on behalf of your setting. So for example, that you have backend workflows that return the data from database, and let's say that you have a database that has a preference of users, message history, or purchase history of the customers, and based on the user's request, you want to give this AI some kind of context, and you need to filter data. And you can use AI to choose which data to return. Also, you can even get AI to decide what are the dynamic keywords to filter data from this database. So these are just some example. I'm sure there's a lot of things you can do with this now. So I hope that we'll find the new use cases. One of the things that I realized is that so you just need to write the prompt once, and you don't need to set up like conditions in a Bubble workflow to filter out some workflow that you don't want to do. You might save time writing like these conditions for each workflows, which sometimes I'm consuming. Right, so these are just the introduction to Bubble backend AI agent, and now I wanna share how to set up using free plugin and free template. Right, so let me show you how you can integrate Bubble backend AI agent to Bubble application. So there's a free template available that demonstrate how to implement this agent into your Bubble app. So you can download this template for free and follow this setup process as well. Let me walk you through step by step. So go to your own Bubble app. Now I just using this template and navigate to plugin, and I want you guys to find this Bubble backend AI agent. So you can go to add plugin and search for this Bubble backend AI agent. Then again install. Here will be your Bubble app URL. So I just have a sample application URL, but you can replace it with your own. And also, if you are using version test, make sure to put the version test. Or if it's not, make sure to not include that. And we want Bubble API key, which you can find under a setting and API tab. You will find your own API token. So you just need to click this and copy to plugin. Otherwise, you can generate the new API key. So we go back to plugin and paste it. And here we need your Claude API key. We are using Claude as an AI agent for now. We are going to implement OpenAI as well. So please comment below if you want the OpenAI integration. For now, we are using Claude as a main model. So please enter Claude API ID. You can reference the documentation here. Alright. Anyway, so now after that, you want the Rapid API key. So there will be a link to this plugin page. So after you go to plugin page, there should be a link that goes to this Rapid API. So I want you to search Bubble and you should see this one. And here, if you are not the member of Bubble, you probably ask to sign up for this. So please enter this application key. And I want you to copy this application key. This is also here as well. I want you to copy that API key and paste it here. So that's the setting for Bubble plugin. Yeah, so now three things I want you to do. So I want you to create a data type called backend endpoint. That the name doesn't matter. Let's just use this one for now. And I want you to create API path descriptions and parameters. So what it looks like is that this will help. So this will be the path of the workflow that you have. So for example, we have a weather workflow, right? And the endpoint's name is weather, and next one is return hobby and the new name. So I want you to create that data on the backend as well, and not just the API path, but I want you to create the descriptions for AI agent to recognize what this workflow does. This is very important. And next one is also important, the parameters. So this will be used for AI agent to determine which data to input and what kind of format. So you need to create the parameters using listen format. Right, so that's the basic. Once you create this database, I want you to go to backend workflows and create the public API calls list of endpoints. So here you need to expose public API workflows and then return the data from API as a structured JSON data, and want you to return these data we just created. So URLs, descriptions, and parameters. And I want you to define it as a text data as a list and return search for backend API endpoints and each item's path, item description, each item parameter. So what this does is that it's giving the AI agent information about your API endpoints, so the AI agent can call it. Right. So another thing that we need you to do is with all the workflow that you have, you need to return data as a result. So if you have a workflow that you already set up, please add this return data from API. And if you want to use AI agent result, you will be referencing this key. So please make sure to create data that you want to return from API. So I'm gonna show you how it's going to look. So let's say that we have this test AI agent function. So let's gonna test. So let's say that we want to test. We going to send this prompt to AI agent. And if we push this button, we want to execute AI agent. So to do that, let's go back to our editor. And yeah, so let's say that we want to use this submit button. So in this case, we have a lot of workflows, but the important thing is that we want to use this action. So you just need to type the plugin name and it will come up and you can enter the prompt here. So this could be the input from the user or anything as you want, and let's set the state of this page as the result of this response, or this response we want to show this return result. So that's the basically how you set up, and let's see how it goes. Say that we will add please register to the database, right? Because we have a workflow that calls new name. What it does that it's create new name to the database and return the result. That's what we expect. We have other workflows, but we only want this one to execute. So please register into the database and we see what's gonna happen. And yes, we got the result. 20 data was successfully created. So let's try what is the Mike's hobby, because we have workflows that calls return hobby, right? And this one search for name using the name of person asked, and it will return the first item. Because right now we have names, but there's only one Mike, and his hobby is baseball, so it should return baseball. So what is Mike's hobby? Okay, so it return baseball. So this is basically how it works, and I hope that you will use it And for the pricing, for now it's free. We have a limitation of 1,000 requests per month for now. So if you want to use more, like, feel free to let me know on X, or you can go to my website and contact me as well, or you can leave the comments too. Yeah, I hope that you will use this AI agent tools and this will expand your application's capabilities.